Like, as you mentioned before, we're in the human resources technology space. I founded the business in 2008 as a result of my own struggle to survive relocation from one market to another. Anybody in this room moved for work ever? And how much of a pain in the neck that can be? Keep your hand up. Good. All right. We have something at the end of this presentation. This is one of the hills we die on. Talent is a driver of economy and financial success. We believe that organizations and regions that are embracing this message are winning, essentially, the talent war. The good news is, and the bad news, is that the talent war is growing. This is a meaningful issue in human resources enterprise. In fact, Gartner predicts that in 2011, the HR BPO market is going to grow to over $40 billion. And it's only going to get worse. There's more baby boomers exiting the workforce, and there's more young talent that needs to fill those jobs. Couple things. Our business is built around job embeddedness theory, which is a product out of Georgetown University and 2 decades of research that proves that embeddedness is a better predictor of voluntary turnover than any traditional organizational commitment measure. Job satisfaction, organizational commitment, exit interview data, all of the above. 2 things that I should mention about that last slide. One, we are the first commercial technology application to apply job embeddedness theory. And 2, we have the exclusive right to do that. Everybody's probably seen the sign and the shirts. Being new sucks. It's a hard process, being new to your job or your community. In fact, just go with me for a moment. So let's just say I got a job at UPMC, and I'm from Cincinnati. I'm probably taking the job to go to UPMC, probably not to come to Pittsburgh. In fact, it could be a risk. So when I get here and I start working my 80 hours a week and my life is consumed by what I do at work, guess what? I'm eating at Subway 3 times a day. The only person I know is my dog. And all of a sudden I'm like, this sucks! I'm out of here. I'm done. Well, you know who's really upset about that is your employer. Considering the average cost to replace an employee is 150% of their annual income. That's a painful number if you start thinking about how many people leave their jobs. So at Blackbook, we help new employees discover and share interesting things to do in their new city. And we've made it really easy to get connected. And connectivity is the magic here. If you can get someone to feel connected and embrace the place that they live, they're going to be less likely to leave the place that they work. So, just a little bit of an overview of the technology itself. We have built essentially a product that sits in the onboarding process. So companies do a great job of bringing people on board to the organization. Here's your paperwork, here's your files, here's your desk, here's your manager, here's your phone. Where they fall on their face over and over again is getting employees on board and engaged in the community. That's where we come in. So we use a diagnostic tool that understands at a very granular level what is important to an employee in the life outside of work. So that could be food, that could be dining, it could be religion, it could be sports and outdoor activities. The point is we understand at a very specific level what's important to an employee. Then some more kind of secret sauce here. A stream of content is then presented to an employee anytime they log into the system that says, here are things to do, places to go, and people to meet, all driven by your preferences. So you're not alone anymore, you're not lost, you know which restaurant to go to, which church to attend that's near your house, and what people in your organization that are also part of this network. It's really easy to grab pieces of any article of content and save it to what we call your shelf. We built a little clipping tool that can grab content from anywhere on the web and then organize it into a virtual black book, if you will, of pieces of content that are organized into stacks. So all of a sudden you have this very valuable portal and source of information of data that's important to you, based, again, on your preferences. Deep social network integration that makes it really easy to share clips, browse other members' shelves, or even share those things across social networks. We use something called responsive design, which allows us to optimize the application itself to be viewed across iPad, iPhone, and Android devices. And lastly, we made it dead simple for an organization to quantify their investment in us. A dashboard exists to help them quantify the ROI, from engagement to embeddedness scores and improvement, logins, tracking. There's a very deep reporting mechanism that helps us prove our ROI to companies. So that gets us to the good stuff. How do we make money? Organizations pay us in a typical SaaS model maybe a little differently, because they pay us between $1,000 and $2,500 per employee per year. So think about all the people that are newly hired on an annual basis. This becomes a big number. We also get paid through partnerships through people like PNC, are one of our greatest sponsors in Cincinnati, that pay us to be part of our network. And then, like any web property, we sell advertising. In Cincinnati, we've built this into a pretty meaningful business. The customers kind of speak for themselves, but we cover consumer marketing, healthcare, bioscience, IT, retail, banking, and education. What I'd like to point out here is that Cincinnati is a lot like a lot of other cities. There's a lot of companies in a lot of places. Pittsburgh is one of them. So big opportunity for us as we look outside of the Cincinnati market. One more piece of good news. We are a profitable business. We started in 2008. We broke even this year. We're making money. We have a widely accepted technology product. So hopefully some of that risk has been eliminated from the table. We have an expansion plan in place through a national distribution partner and a relationship with the American Association of Chamber Executives. As you can imagine, a Chamber of Commerce gets really jazzed about what we're doing because we're in the retaining talent space. So we can plug in our products to the Chamber's offering, and it makes sense for everybody. Now it's time for us to scale. I'm going to spare you the gory details about financials. If you'd like to talk to me, I'll be at table 4 in the back. But we've proven we're tracking to do $1.2 million in revenue this year, and we've proven that growing Cincinnati to a $3 to $5 million market, we can do that in 30 cities and make this a $50 million business very quickly. We've got the right team in place, 100 years of collective experience from regional leadership, somebody that ran the chamber, to HR and organizational development expertise, to digital strategy and consumer marketing. We did take an investment from CincyTech in 2009 that helped us get some of the risk off the table. We're raising $3 million first quarter of next year. We're going to launch this business in 10 markets. We know that it takes us $350,000 to grow a market to break even. We want to staff our technology team and grow to 1 million users. Lots of ways to exit the business, and there are some reasons to like this company if you haven't figured them out already. I will sum it up. I'm at table 4 in the back, and I have these nice people in Pittsburgh dropped 4 seats to the hockey game on me tonight, and I can't go. So those of you who are interested in talking, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.